I'm known as a cheeky chap. The things I say are snappy. That's why the pretty girls all fall for me. I don't do things contrary. My love will never vary. I'll smarry from the dairy. Here's the key. I fell in love with Mary from the dairy, but Mary wouldn't fall in love with me. Down by an old mill stream, we both sat down to dream. Little did she know that I was thinking of a scheme. She said, let's pick some buttercups and daisies. Those buttercups were full of margarine. We slipped and we both fell down by the wishing well. When I was a lad, I was bicycle mad. I'd ride in between motor cars, and make no mistake, I could put on the brake without touching my handlebars. Now I finished with biking, went hiking instead, to a girl on a bike in the country. I said, let's have a ride on your bicycle. Let's have a ride on your bike. She put her bicycle under a tree. I think that girl took a fancy to me. She said to me as we both sat down, tell me, what would you like? I said, my dear, if there's nobody near, let's have a ride on your bike.
Let's have a ride on your bicycle. Let's have a ride on your bike.
After the ride I began to perspire. It wasn't the ride, I'd been pumping her tire. I said to her as she rolled away, come back whenever you like, but don't tell your husband when you get back home I've had a ride on your bike. Now old Farmer Green, he's a good old has-been. Of children he must have a score. Of wives he's had 3, now we're parted, said he, but he still keeps the wolf from the door. You've got all those kids, I said, I can't get one. Then he whispered to me when I said, how's it done? He told me he'd got a bicycle. He gets around on his bike. He gets up at 6 when he hears the alarm. And after he's milked all the cows on the farm, he goes for a ride on his bicycle. To know where he goes I would like. Today he rode by, I shouted, hi, hi, let's have a ride on your bike.
He said that he had a bicycle. He gets around on his bike. He gets up at 6 when he hears the alarm. And after he's milked all the cows on the farm, he goes for a ride on his bicycle. To know where he goes, I would like. Today he rode by, so we shouted, hi, hi, let's have a ride on your bike.
Now, I'm going to sing a little song about a couple who fell in love. I'll tell you how they met. He was knocking back a pint in a milk bar when she walked in and sat at his table and smiled at him. Then they went for a walk in Hyde Park. They found a tree and they sat under the tree just like the babes in the wood. Of course, they knew more than the babes. Couple of youngsters started a courtship. Ain't love grand? Go to the pictures every Wednesday. Ain't love grand? Sit in the back row, all in the darkness, hand in hand. There they kiss and cuddle and she sighs, oh my, now ain't love grand? Now there's a wedding, oh what a party, ain't love grand? All of the neighbours eating and drinking, ain't love grand? Look at the bridegroom, soused to the eyebrows, he can't stand. Wife goes up to bed and finds he's gone to sleep. Now ain't love grand? She says, wasn't it funny how we met? He said, I thought you smiled at me when you sat down. She said, smart? I nearly laughed outright. He said, why? She said, you look like a boy who wouldn't say boo to a goose. He said, well, I don't speak to birds at all as a rule. After the wedding, soon there's a baby. Ain't love grand? Is he like father? Possibly, maybe. Ain't love grand? Very romantic in his pajamas. Paul will stand with the raging toothache and the squalling kid. Now ain't love grand? Now I surprise you, I'm going to a dance. That's me dancing, lady. Of course, you can't see me, but I'm doing some wonderful steps. All tricky stuff. I'm dashing about all over the place. Dead clever, this lad. Now I'm going to do the splits, lady. I'm going down. Everything's dead quiet now. I'm going down. I'm nearly on the floor. You ought to see me. You ought to see my legs in the... I whistle like a lark when I am strolling in the park every Sunday afternoon. I sometimes meet a girl, she is a real good sport, There's only one thing wrong with her, her skirt is rather short. We walk about a bit and then we sit down on a seat. And when it's dark we have a little spoon. Now she's the girl that men forget, 'cause she wills a bassinet every Sunday. That's all right when I'm sitting there, haven't I? Now everybody calls me very cheeky, a quieter lad you will not find around, contented with the simple things in this life. There's only one place where I'm always found. I whistle like a lark when I am strolling in the park every Sunday afternoon. I sometimes ring the wife some violets of blue. She says a funny thing, the widow upstairs brought some too. Now someone must have told the wife that I go in the park. I don't think that's a proper thing to do. I only sit upon the grass watching all the girlies pass. Do you know, I think I've got the makings of a dirty old man, don't you? Isn't that a lovely melody, lady? And the words are nice, aren't they? Miller's the name, the boy who wrote it, a film star. Perhaps you're right and all. If I could make a date with Kate or even Mary Jane, I'm sure I'd have a splendid honeymoon. By the waterfall I'd stand with a tulip in my hand every Sunday afternoon. I whistle like a lark when I am strolling in the park every Sunday afternoon. I meet a mademoiselle, came over here from France. I don't know what she says, but I've an idea it's romance. She talks to me.